How are you wonderful people doing? My name is Michael Ozonis, 3rd Gen Gamer, and welcome to an update video for December 31st, 2020. As always, in previous years, including on my old YouTube channel, I've done a New Year's tradition, though I feel like a lot of people do this as well. It's not like it's necessarily that new. But let's just say, essentially, I make goals at the beginning of each year, or at least technically the day before the next year, and then we'll see if we surpass these goals or make certain predictions or whatever. And yeah, then we're gonna make new goals for 2021, and let's just say they're gonna be a little tough, but hey, I feel like in the end we can do it. So before we actually get going into that, I mean, I just want to give my thoughts about 2020 as a whole. Yeah, I mean, at the beginning of the year, it was amazing. Like, I had a big Disney trip with my parents right at the beginning of 2020. And then, of course, I went to PAX East to meet so many new people. I made so many friends over at PAX. Even I got to do a collab with one of my friends this last summer that I met at PAX, which probably wouldn't have happened if I didn't meet him at PAX. So that's actually kind of crazy, which, by the way, Red and Blue Versus. Go check it out. But anyways, yeah, after that, let's just say that's when everything started going downhill, to say the least. But yet again, I felt like a lot of, at least personally for me, all the things that happened at the beginning of 2020 before all that stuff happened, and then also the channel itself has just been growing like crazy. I would say this is still a great year despite all of, the bad stuff that's happening. And, we just got to hope that 2021, all that, changes. But I mean, all we can do right now is just get through what we have to get through and, just stick to our goals and our ambitions. So anyways, it is time to go over my goals that I made for 2020. So first up, it was 5,000 subscribers. We crushed it. It was beautiful. I mean, I thought that was pretty ambitious at the time, but we are currently sitting at 5.6 thousand subscribers. I wouldn't have thought that would have actually happened, but challenge videos took off. Worked with some amazing people like Mr. Bolin and Tobin, and just the top fives I did at the beginning. Well, it was not beginning of this year. It was kind of like the winter prior of that, but then they started gaining traction in 2020, and a lot of crazy stuff like that happened. And yeah, no, it was all a blessing, and it got me to where I am today, which is just absolutely remarkable. Then also my goal was 500,000 video views. I don't remember if it was total or if it was just the year. Anyways, I grabbed the number for the entire year, not just overall, and it was 685,000 views. So yes, in 1 year we did that. We crushed it in just that year alone. I think if I remember correctly, let's say if it was lifetime, I think it was like 750,000 or something, which is still really, really nice. I definitely am proud to see that my work has definitely paid off. I just feel like, I did put a lot of time and effort into that, and plus a lot of time and effort into the channel. And, it's just, I felt like, we've grown this community, and it's just absolutely amazing. And I appreciate every single one of you being a part of it. And we always will hope to grow and grow and grow to make this community even bigger and greater than ever before, which that's going to be exciting. I mean, we're going to talk about that in our upcoming goals for 2021, but we're not done. Next up, collaborate with other content creators, Tobin, Mr. Bolin. We just went over that. We did work with 2 new people in 2020, which is absolutely amazing. And I do have something behind the scenes with someone that I have not collabed with either, and that will be sometime in 2021. Hopefully, as long as plans, we stick to the plans, which is all good. And also, yeah, more video content will be coming soon. Be on the lookout for that. Okay. So the next goal for 2020 was that I wanted to expand my knowledge in Adobe Premiere and After Effects, and it's safe to say that I've definitely done that between Adobe Premiere, just learning new transitions, new ways to edit, shortcuts, all that stuff. Well, it makes editing a little bit quicker and more efficient. And also in After Effects, creating my countdown timer for my live streams, as well as I worked on Tobin's countdown timer for one of his sleep blocks, as well as I did an intro for Dobbs when he did his Heart Gold and Soul Silver 3-way verses with Vinny and Super Duper Danny. And if you don't know who Vinny is, Original 151, I did that intro for Dobbs, which was just absolutely amazing. Just a great opportunity for me to learn more about, the Adobe suite. And the same thing with Photoshop too, even though I didn't include that in the goal, I did learn a lot about Photoshop as well, which is always good. So now, my next goal for 2020 was to stream 3 days a week. So let's just say, okay, technically no, but There were times where I streamed pretty much every day at each week, and there were some days or some weeks where I didn't stream at all. But what I decided to do was I took the total streams from 2020, which was, if I counted correctly, it was 179 streams, and I divided it by the amount of weeks, which is 52, and we had an average of little over 3 a week. So it was like 3.4 or something. So we did on average do it, but as far as just doing consistently 3 days a week, that didn't quite happen. So I don't know whether I give myself credit for that or not, but either way, tons of content for you guys, and plus I have tons of more content for you coming up very, very soon. You're all gonna love it. So many different things are coming at you soon, which is just great. So now my next goal was new equipment, and let's just say that did happen. This microphone, which all the other equipment I needed for it, like a new audio interface, a mixer where I can do some filters like this. And then also I have my cloud lifter, which also boosts the audio of this thing. And yeah, no, we've definitely got some new equipment there. PC, I built that in what was that? End of March, or was it mid-April? I don't remember when. But yeah, that was when I built that PC. And yeah, no, this thing is just a beast. I'm glad I built it at the time, especially right now when PC building is just an absolute mess. I've been trying to help Kevin Wheeler get his parts for his PC, and graphics cards are nowhere to be found. It's madness, and at least at a decent price. So we're trying to figure it out. It's stressful as crap, but hopefully we find something soon. But yeah, PC building. I'm glad I got that PC built. I built it all by myself too. I mean, I had a little bit of assistance from my dad because of weird angles when trying to put in certain screws and whatnot. But no, I built this by myself. I was the head person doing it, and zero problems. And it was beautiful. You love to see it. So now my final goal was to improve my commentary quality. I'd say overall, I mean, yeah, I have my microphone, which is a better microphone than, oh, I moved that other microphone. It normally was like right there, but then I moved it out of here. But it's still a good microphone, XLR mic, but this one is obviously the king of the crop, as they say. I don't know if they say that, but yeah, that as well as commentary quality. I feel like I've definitely matured in my commentary. I mean, of course, one thing I've always struggled with is the you know, just in general, yeah, so no, it's just, yeah, it's all good. And I feel like my commentary quality has definitely gone up since the beginning of this year, and I'm always striving to do better. So there's that. So those were all the goals for 2020, and now we are going to take a look at 2021. And I'll tell you right now, these are going to be pretty ambitious goals, but I feel like we can do this. I mean, it's going to take a little bit on my part, a little extra on my part to do this, but in the end, if we can do this, the possibilities are endless. So, subscriber count in 2021, I would love to crush 25,000 subscribers. Yes, that is well, I mean, it's a little less than 5 times, but it's close to 5 times my subscriber count. And hey, that's just going to require me to do some more videos, not just live streams, but also, I mean, live streams I'm going to do, you know, hard Nuzlocke, Pokemon hacks that are deemed to be nearly impossible, stuff like that. I've been doing that, but challenge videos, top 5s are going to be coming back, and just content like that will be, you know, hopefully they'll be able to grow the channel more and more and more over time. And yeah, eventually, hopefully we'll be able to get to those goals. If we don't hit these goals, it's not a huge deal. We just have to adjust accordingly. But in the end, I mean, I feel like we can definitely do this, get up to 25,000, and then we can work ourselves up from there. Next up, 2 million video views, and that's gonna be for the year. So that means, like, I'm not gonna combine the previous years. It's 2 million video views just from this year, and that one is going to be super tough. I don't know if, I mean, 25,000 seemed tough. This one seems tough as well, but we'll get there. Next up, 100,000 watch hours. Okay, so if you guys don't know how the YouTube algorithm works, let's just say, I guess the 2 million video views and the 100,000 watch hours kind of go together. But if people are watching videos and live streams for long periods of time, it gives the content creator the watch time, and watch time helps in the YouTube algorithm. It'll bump their videos up to the top of the results list if more people are watching the video, because it's like, oh, they spend 28 minutes on a 30-minute video, that must be pretty good. And if there's a lot of people doing it, okay, let's bump it up to the top of the results list. Like, they just do things like that. And of course, recommended, they push them out as well as things just stay hot and relevant. And yeah, no, watch time is king if you want to grow on YouTube, which is just honestly insane. But 100,000 watch hours, that's gonna be pretty tough. It's going to be a steep hill to climb, but if we can accomplish 2 million video views, 100,000 watch hours will be very, very possible. Okay, so the next goal is to have a stream or content 5 days a week. So, I mean, that's various things. Live streams, Nuzlocke, maybe some other miscellaneous stuff. Of course, I'd love to play some Phasmophobia with my main man Strips and Braden, aka WBS Energy. And yeah, just stuff like that. We'll see how things go. And obviously, I'm not going to say it's all Pokemon or it's going to be all this or that. It's going to be whatever I feel like I want to stream. And in most cases, it will be Pokemon. And then content, collabs will be coming in this upcoming year. Challenge videos, I actually do have one set up for me to get going on very soon, which is probably going to be my toughest challenge video yet, so it's going to be very exciting. And let's see, podcast. I am planning on doing a podcast, which that could count for 1 day a week. So I'm only going to be doing a podcast once a week. It'll probably be on Saturdays or Sundays, probably Saturdays, but we'll see how this goes. And yeah, so that's going to be plenty of content for you all. And as far as the podcast is concerned, it's going to be mainly Pokemon, maybe some tech. I mean, I guess it'll be kind of like a miscellaneous, whatever I want to talk about kind of deal. But I'll be focusing mainly on Pokemon because there's so much to talk about, whether it's new game speculation or TCG products, which by the way, more TCG openings. That's another type of content that will be on the channel, stuff like that. And yeah, no, there's just going to be tons of content for you guys to watch. So in the end, you guys are the winners. So anyways, next goal is a new camera. So I do have a webcam right now. It is the Logitech C920. I've had this webcam for many years, and it still runs great. But eventually I do want to work up to getting a DSLR camera to be my webcam. And yeah, no, we'll see when that happens. Hopefully it'll be sometime in 2021 where I can officially make that upgrade. And it'll be a good time. And I mean, it'll make the video quality a little bit better. I mean, as of right now, I'm sure a lot of people don't really care about the quality this much for my webcam. But guess what? I'm a little picky sometimes. And also when I do thumbnails, let's just say the Logitech doesn't produce the best images. So yes, having a camera would be nice as well. Anyways, all right. So the final goal of the year, which I've already briefly mentioned. Actually, it wasn't briefly mentioned. It was pretty much mentioned. It is the 3rd Gen cast. It'll be the podcast. A few months ago, I did run a poll, and I was like, hey, does anyone want to see a podcast for me? And overwhelmingly, there was like 100 people that said yes, and then like 4 people that said no. So yeah, we're gonna be doing a podcast. I mean, I've talked about it so many times, and I don't know when it'll be starting. I would like to start it as soon as possible. It would be nice to get it even up to this Saturday. I feel like that'd be fun to do, just to get this thing going. I mean, I don't have a format all figured out, but I feel like I'm just gonna have to figure it out as I go, because if I keep sitting there thinking, oh, I gotta figure out a format, it's just never gonna happen. So it's going to be rather interesting. It'll be on YouTube as a video, it'll be premiered, and then I'll be in the chat with you guys. It's not a live stream, it's a premiere, so it'll be topics that I talk about, and then I'll respond to you guys in the comments. And then also I would like to take some questions that I could also talk about in the live stream too. So I could probably open up like a Discord channel or something where I say, ask me questions, and then I'll pick a few for a podcast once a week, which would be really cool. And yeah, once a week, Saturday or Sunday, not sure when that will be. I'm assuming it's gonna be one of those. And basically, once I get it started, the goal is to keep it going every week. Gotta stay consistent with that stuff. And I don't want the podcast to die off. Once a week, people know when and where you need to go, whether it's on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music. I don't know if YouTube Music does anything. I don't know. But anyways, it'll be all on your music platforms. And yeah, so if you want to listen on the go, you definitely can through YouTube, or you could through Spotify and whatnot. So this was a decently sized video. I mean, we're about 15 minutes in. With some editing, it'll probably be about 14 or so. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. And yeah, 2020 was an interesting year, to say the least. Let's just look at the positive thing that's happened in 2020 and take away, the negatives for the most part. Just I feel like in the end, most people focus more on the negatives than the positives. I mean, in my finance course, we did some behavioral finance, and we talked about how in stocks, which I could see this relate anywhere else, if let's say you gain $50 in the stock market, you're like, oh sweet, but you feel much worse when you lose 50. So I feel like more people are like with positive things, oh, this is great, but people are more negative when something bad happens. And I want to avoid that myself, which is why I always want to think about the positives. And really, that behavioral thing really does make sense, you know? So I'm going to take whatever's positive from 2020 and also keep all the positivity going in 2021. And yeah, we're going to work on these goals. We're going to chip away and hopefully we can break those. But yes, let me know if you have any New Year's resolutions or goals, predictions, whatever. Let me know in the comment section down below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. And this will be the end of the New Year's goals video. So see you guys next time.